After this one, standing up because I'm a hype man. Jeez, City 7, Leipzig 0. Bro, I thought I was going bold with a 3, I think it was a 3-1 prediction in the short that I did, but 7-0, brother. I did not expect that at all. 7 goals, Haaland with 5 of them. Yeah, jeez. That deserves a like and a subscribe if I've ever seen one. So hit like, subscribe, and let's get into this review. Bro, where do I even start with this 7 goals? You can start with Haaland, but I'll start with pre-game. The lineups came out. A lot of us on Twitter were worried. We thought he was doing a Champions League madness as usual. Overthinking, yeah, but hey, it worked out. The Etihad on Champions League nights is a fortress nowadays. I think it's like 25 games now, 24 wins and 1 draw, no losses. So yeah, it is a bit of a fortress nowadays, and it was just great. It was unreal. The intensity I think playing at home really did matter in this time, but the team could have like not turned up or whatever, but just we played with such an intensity. That's just what blew me off my seat. Like, just the intensity we played with was different gravy. Haven't seen that. Well, we've seen a bit of it against Nottingham Forest, but we drew that game. I don't know how we drew that game, but that's why I keep saying that game was one of the better games we played so far, definitely since Christmas. But today, best we've played all season by a long shot. Best we played in a long time. Yeah, that intensity was different breed. Like, Kevin De Bruyne on form. We always know Kevin De Bruyne is bad. Boom. He just turns ever so quickly. It's not like he slowly but surely gets into form. It's just bad. Boom. He's great again. It's been like that ever since he signed, really. If he ever comes back from an injury or he's in poor form, it's just bad, good. Boom. He's on form. He was on... even without the goal. Before the goal, it was like he hadn't scored or assisted, but his play was just still unreal. Like, intensity, playing... yeah. It's just class, like. Then that standard goal, that standard KDB goal from outside the box. Yeah, it was a bit like the one against Shakhtar in 17-18, that one. Kevin De Bruyne back and forth. Hopefully that wasn't just a Champions League thing, and has he got maybe bored of the Premier League? Hopefully that's not the case and it was just bad form. But yeah, red Kevin. Just when Kevin plays well, it's because he's always running and he just goes absolutely bright pink because he's just so sweaty and he's just exhausted almost. He's one of those guys that turns like bright pink and whatnot. Yeah, but yeah, he a stormer. The defense, absolutely unreal. John Stones playing at right back, playing at centre back, playing as a DM, playing as a roaming CM up the channels as well. He was in like the left half space at one stage. I was like, bro, where are you after? You're in like the David Silva position. I was like, yeah, what? He's just on one altogether. But yeah, he was great. Diaz class at the back. Kanji good as well, although he was fuming he didn't score. He was absolutely fuming. I think for the penalty he didn't get that rebound in. And for Erling Haaland's 5th goal, he didn't get that rebound in as well. So he had a couple of chances. Stone said after the game that he was a bit annoyed, but yeah, you could see him when Haaland's 5th goal went in. His hand just went down by his sides, and it was kind of funny that I don't know how annoyed he was, but it's just funny that it's one of them ones. Like if it was Ronaldo, everyone would be like fuming that he wasn't happy for his teammate, but it was just Akanji had so many chances that he fluffed. It was just funny, like. But yeah, he was good as well. Nathan Ake, left back and a centre back as well. Great from him as well. What I was saying earlier on in the season just looks so stupid now that I was saying I didn't want him play. No, actually, I just didn't like 3 at the back. I don't mind it. Actually, I can't remember, but I used to criticise him a bit. But you won't be hearing that from me from now on. He's one of our players of the season. Yeah, playing at left back. A nice long ball to Erling Haaland to find him long for Haaland's first chance. That was great. But yeah, defence absolutely solid. Clean sheet at the Etihad. Another clean sheet on the board. That's 5 wins in a row as well now. We're starting to get into a bit of form. Yes, it's title race. End of the competition's Manchester City. We're just different breed when we hit it like that. And that performance just screams that could be a season-changing performance. That's just the way we played, the intensity, clinical, loads of chances. If any of you have watched me before, you know that I've had a problem with the amount of chances we've created. We actually created a good few today, although a lot of Haaland's goals were just rebounds, which is hilarious. He literally scored a penalty, a soft penalty at that and then 4 rebounds. It's like, that'll rile everyone up. But yeah, on the penalty, by the way, soft, completely soft, not a penalty in my opinion, but we take it, we take it. The amount of decisions we've had go against us in the Champions League the last couple of years, it's like, we're due one, like. But yeah, soft penalty, it basically like the ball brushed the edge of your man, I think it was Henrik's thumb. Wasn't going towards goal at all. Didn't divert the ball in my opinion. But yeah, we take him. So soft goal. Other goal was like, I'm not going to talk about all the goals because a lot of them were rebounds, but the second goal I'll talk about as well, because Haaland's intensity and pressing was how we got the ball back. Great layoff header by him to KDB. KDB almost with a rocket. That would have been ridiculous. That would have been a ridiculous goal. Then Haaland with the rebound again. Yeah, that's a goal worthy to talk about. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about all the goals because we'd be here forever. What other goals? Gundogan's goal. Class. That's what all Manchester City do. Straight from Ederson. Ederson firing out to Bernardo Silva. One touch straight away. Looped it over to Kevin. Kevin also one touch inside to Haaland. Haaland lays it off to Gundo. Gundo to Grealish. Grealish back to Gundo. Gundo fakes and turns back inside on his left foot. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Manchester City, prime Man City football, that. Kind of like how we ripped through Arsenal again in 17-18. You know that famous, well not famous goal, but most City fans know it. Away to Arsenal in 17-18. I think Sané could have scored it. Cutting through oppositions like butter, back to front. Yeah, that's prime Man City. I'm thinking Leipzig kind of played to our strengths because they didn't sit back like a Nottingham Forest did, and like we played with a good intensity against Nottingham Forest, but they sat back so deep it was hard to get into them. But like Leipzig just played like they didn't press us that highly enough, but they didn't drop back deep enough. They were in like this weird territory, like maybe within like 30 yards of each other, but on like the halfway line almost, with like their strikers in our half, and then maybe 20 yards back their defence. There was loads of space in behind, which is criminal to do when you're playing against Erling Haaland. Like we've seen with that Ake looped ball, we've seen it with Kevin De Bruyne driving in that half space towards the byline for Bernardo Silva to find him to whip in crosses. I don't think any of them went in today, but it's just standard Man City play that of old that we used to love, and that just getting into those rhythms back again just will make us tick and produces goals. It just sets an intensity. It's the intensity that won us the game, really, I feel. Yeah. Bro, I don't even want to sit down for this review. You gotta stand up and keep going. Yeah, it's been a while since I've stood up doing a review. That's just how hyped I am. That was ridiculous. That game was honestly ridiculous. But yeah, defense was unreal. Ederson, he's a clown. He's an absolute clown. Like it should have been a foul, and he should have got a yellow card. No red card because there was defenders behind him. But yeah, that was a Looney Tunes moment. But yeah. He's never going to get dropped. We just got to accept it, really. Ortega is like the ideal replacement from at the club, like, because he can play with the ball and he can save. Someone like a Mike Maignan, or however you pronounce his name from AC Milan, maybe him, but Ortega is almost the perfect replacement because he can play on the ball as well. But yeah, he's never going to get dropped. But yeah, just forget about him. We didn't concede, so it's alright. We had our kind of clown moments. You know, in Champions League, we always have like 10-20 minutes of absolute clownery where we can't pass the ball. The other team's intensity is ridiculous. It kind of started off with Liverpool in 2017-18 when they smacked us. It was in like a 20-minute period where they scored the bunch of their goals. Yeah, we just always seem to have clown periods. But we had one in this game and we didn't concede from it. So yeah, that's a positive note. We had our clown moments with Rodri's bad pass across the box. And there was Leipzig created a couple of chances in and around that as well, but didn't take any. So yeah, that's a positive. Pep said we would suffer at times during the game, and we did. But we didn't concede from it. So yeah, that's good. Bernardo Silva, absolutely tireless everywhere. He was great on the right. He was great when he came into midfield as well. But I'm thinking now, can you let him leave in the summer? I really don't know. 70 million. Is that enough? I'm thinking you got to kind of price him out of a move to go anywhere, really. Can Jude Bellingham really replace what Bernardo Silva brings us? Jude Bellingham can't play out on the wing, that's for sure. He's nowhere near as versatile. Bellingham's got to be more of a Gundo replacement, if anything. I don't know who the hell replaces Bernardo Silva. Ironically, it's probably Sergio Gomez because he can play anywhere, but he's nowhere near the standard. But yeah, I don't know how you replace Bernardo Silva. Honestly, Barca have no money. They can't get him. They probably don't want him either with Dave Pedri, Gavi. Frankie de Jong is bang on form again. I don't know how you can get rid of Bernardo Silva. Yeah, I think you just have to keep him, or else it's 70 million, Brad. Get out of here, because PSG are the only ones that can afford him now anyway. And not to PSG. Well, I mean, for that price, there's no way. PSG wouldn't sell us Mbappe for on the cheap. They'd sell Neymar because they want rid of Neymar, but I think you should keep Bernardo Silva, honestly. But yeah, that's for a transfer window video that I might do towards the summer. But yeah, he was class. Gundo, Grealish, they were good as well. Grealish got an assist tonight. Yes! Grealish assist for Gundo's goal. Yeah, Gundo got his goal. Well taken goal, might I add. He spooned a volley in the first couple of minutes, but hey, it's alright. Gundogan's great as well nowadays. Grealish still on form. I really like him at left wing. He set out good intensity at the first couple of minutes. He drove at people. His pressing as well. Yeah, our press was great in this game. Yeah, lovely stuff. Kev unreal, like I said. Hopefully he just continues that. But let's get on to the main man himself. Erling Haaland. Record-breaking BRAUT. Record-breaking BRAUT Haaland. Yeah, what can you say about him? What's that, 39 for the season now? 40? They said 40 on BD Sport, but I think it's 39. Yeah, brother's a different breed of specimen. Although a lot of his goals really just were tap-ins. Like I said, a penalty and 4 tap-ins. Or 4 rebounds. Like their keeper needs to learn how to palm to the sides rather than just straight out in front to Erling Haaland. At least palm it to a Kanji or someone like that, but yeah, Haaland clinical as ever. Ridiculous. 5 goals. 5 goals, yeah. Pep took him off because he didn't want him breaking his beloved Messi's record. Yeah, that's fine by me. Yeah, Haaland needs to break it in the future then, so. But 39 in a season, are you kidding me, man? Highest Man City total ever, but we're only in March, but we've had a month for a World Cup, so technically we're kind of still in February. I remember Esteemed Company, Stephen McInerney has a bet. I think it was like 40 goals for the season, but I don't know if that's Prem or not. I hope he hasn't cashed out, yeah. Because I would have cashed out a couple of games ago because he was on a bit of a dry spell. But no, Haaland banging the goals. Waving goodbye to Leipzig when he got his 5th. That was kind of funny. His interviews afterwards were great. He said that win was an absolute statement. It's a statement for the rest of the Champions League to say we can score 7 goals. So we're here to take the Champions League. That's kind of what I got from... He said it was a statement win. His constant hunger, he's always talking about being hungry for goals. It's probably one of his biggest strengths is hunger. Although maybe, I get the slight feeling he might be playing on it just to like hype up the media a little bit. Just if he says he's always hungry, everyone just marvels at him. I get a slight feeling that he does that just to play to the media. But I believe it sometimes. I believe it as well though. I think he knows how to play the media sometimes. But I love it. I don't care. Stay as hungry as possible. Yeah. That's fine. He also said the big key, which is very true. He may have missed a couple of chances in the first and second half, but the big point is as long as he keeps getting on end of chances, at least he keeps getting chances, which is what I've been saying on this channel the last while. Is just we need to be creating chances. As long as we're not creating chances, if he misses 1 or 2 here and there, yeah, that's fine. But as long as we're creating them, just keep creating. And you need a fit and firing KDB for that as well. We need the intensity like it was tonight. Although that would be absolutely draining for players and fans, I reckon. But yeah, the intensity has to be high. Yeah, Mahrez when he came on. Sorry, but Mahrez when he came on. Bro was on different gravy. He was out with a point to prove. He's like, you dropped me the last couple of games, Pep. Alright, let's see. Pulling up step overs here and there. He was rinsing defenders left and right. Fake shots, Cruyff turns, cutting in, cutting out. Yeah, a couple of step overs and laid it off to KDB for his goal. Yeah, Mahrez was great. But yeah, he'll definitely start against Bruyne and hopefully he rips him up there as well. That's just a shot on one of the subs. Pep did good with his subs as well. Bringing on players for minutes, taking off players to give them rest. Yeah, that's good. Also, twice we played, twice just off the top of my head, we played Haaland in behind. Ake at the long ball in the first couple of minutes, but Grealish cut inside with Gundogan out on the left. Grealish cut inside, Gundogan moved out into his position, and Grealish just played a nice ball in behind that. Haaland's shot was then saved, but it's the last couple of games we're starting to find, especially Ake always does it, to be fair, the last couple of games, but we're starting to find Haaland in behind, players threading it through for Haaland to run onto. Yeah, we're slowly but surely learning how to play with him, which is what I've been calling for ages, to be fair. We play a lot better when we play vertically. KDB and Erling Haaland, they're vertical players. They love playing straight rather than maybe Rodri or Gundogan playing sideways or whatnot. Hey, both of them work, but you need verticality in these sort of games, or in teams in general. You need to be able to play through the lines as well. We used to be very good at it, but now we're returning to it kind of. But Erling Haaland, KDB, that must be like the greatest players to play that sort of game, a vertical game. Yeah. So yeah, I could keep rambling on about this game for hours, to be fair. Ridiculous game, honestly. I don't think I've ever laughed as much during the game in my life. Just every time we scored, I just absolutely laughed my head off. I was like, I couldn't believe what was happening. Every time Haaland scored, it was because it was a rebound. It always just fell to him to score. I just kept busting myself laughing. Ridiculous. I've never laughed as much as a game in my life. 7-0. 8-1 on aggregate. Who's next? Bring them on. We've the draw this Friday. That'll be interesting. I'd like an AC Milan or an Inter Milan, to be fair. I don't want keep Real Madrid and Bayern Munich and Napoli away. They can stay where they are. I just said bring anyone on, but at the same time, we have a title running and we need to have some easier fixtures. Like if we get an Inter or maybe an AC Milan, which they're obviously good teams where they're not top of the top, and maybe we could get them done in a first leg, maybe like we done. If we had that 7-0 in the first leg, we could have rested everyone. But yeah, that is my review of a truly sensational and ridiculous game. Yeah. You've got to have some thoughts on that game, so leave them in the comments below. That game deserves a like. Yeah, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and I shall see you for Burnley preview. It's one of the days before the game at Burnley, but yeah, I shall see you then. Yeah, peace.